What's up, guys? Bob Gar and Melissa here.
Hello.
And we're doing a quick wrap-up for the week for 10-ticket gauntlet, $10 gauntlet, whatever you want to call it. Getting close to the end. So after this week, there's now 3 decks left in the whole thing. Oh, no, there's 4 decks left in the whole thing. I lied. There's 4 decks left in the whole thing. And we're going to go over the 3 matches we played and then the 4 decks that are left and the matches that they're going to play, that we're going to play with them. Not this weekend, I think, because you have a horse show. Probably the weekend after. So let's go over the matches that we had. Blue-White Flicker versus Red Deck wins.
I hate Flicker and it finally lost. It's good.
Yeah, that made you feel warm inside, I bet.
Yeah, especially one of the wins was particularly good. I liked
Which one?
The one where I killed your stupid clue.
Oh yeah, that was really good. I like that a lot. Yeah, I was like, well, she went to attacks. If she had a burn spell, I would have thought she would have just burned me to face, and then I like tapped out to flicker my guy, and then you killed the clue in response, and I was like, oh.
I was like, I need him to tap out real bad, and he's never gonna do it.
Made me feel.
And finally he did it. I was like, all right, I got this.
Made me feel a little dumb. I could have lived one more turn technically, although there's no way I would have won that game. But yeah, that worked out pretty well. Yeah, that showed why Blue-White Flicker, it shows why I'm surprised it did as well in our matches before the tournament and why I'm surprised it did so well in the matches in the tournament. It's kind of, not that it's not good, it's just too slow. And anything that's really combo-y or super proactive feels like it has a pretty good shot because Blue-White Flicker just doesn't do that much. It just kind of sits there dirtling. So yeah, that was that matchup. I don't know if we want to say anything else about it. Red Deck win seemed powerful as always.
Yeah, it might win.
I think you did a really good job choosing when to target creatures and when to target my face. And I guess let's talk about the other matchups. So Thopter Sword combo versus Elves.
I thought it had a shot that first game, but I guess not.
Yeah, well, you did. You won the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the first game you thought it had a shot?
Well, yeah, because I won the first one.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, I might actually be able to do this. And it's like, nope.
The thing that happened this time that led to Thopter Sword losing was the same thing that happened the last time it lost, which was not that the other deck was playing particularly well, just that the hate cards were too good against it. It really has trouble fighting over hate. Tormod's Crypts aren't quite so bad, but the other hate cards make things pretty rough. And Elves also had that sideboard card to stop the sweepers, which I forgot, which helped a lot. Except for game 3, where I accidentally clicked it turn 2 and used it for no value.
I was so confused when you played that. I was like, what?
It was very embarrassing.
And you're like,
I was trying.
Mistake, and I was like, oh.
I was trying to click on Elvish Visionary to put out a 1/1 and draw a card, and I clicked on that, and I was like, well, that's the opposite of. I just wasted a card for nothing. That was not what I wanted to do. But somehow I still got there. So
it's funny because it's one of those things where I thought you were gonna do something tricky, and I was like, what the hell? And it's like you misclicked, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, I make a lot of mistakes when I play. Even in that game, there are a bunch of places also where I made mistakes. Like I kept forgetting to use the elf that can make a creature. I kept meaning to use it end of turn. I kept forgetting and things like that. And
Elves did just fine.
They still managed to win, which amazed me. But that tilted me, and then I got a little tilted game 1 too. But it pulled it out in the end, so it made me happy. I know you hate elves, but.
At least they're in the loser bracket.
Yep, they've been in the losers bracket since week 1.
Oh yeah.
They've just been
the losers bracket.
They've just been running crushing all the other losers. And then finally we had Red Green Land Destruction versus Angel Reanimator, our other 2-0 for the week.
Yep. I don't think Land Destruction did as good as we thought it would do.
That is definitely true. I thought it would have it, and it was also a rematch. If you look at week 1, Red Green Land Destruction beat Angel Reanimator 2-1. And in that, I remember being surprised that Angel Reanimator took a game off it. So I was incredibly impressed with the fact that Angel Reanimator won this.
I don't remember. I remember one game I just couldn't draw anything to save the life of me.
Yeah, in
I don't remember
the match this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, both of them you got a little flooded on lands, which does happen in the deck a little bit because it runs some high cost threats. So it does tend to like run more lands than normal, and then late game if you draw land, it feels bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have ways to get them out of your deck, like secure a Tri-Belter and search for tomorrow.
I was trying to get them all out.
No, I know. That's why I was like, I was surprised when like at the end of the game you showed me your hand and there were 2 more lands.
I know.
I think you might have drawn a little over average on them, but Game 2, yeah. Game 2 was the one where you
If I
showed me.
keep clicking the show hand button, does it only pop up once?
It only pops up once.
Oh.
Where he's trying to
I was
spam it. You're
really,
like,
yeah.
this,
Look
I
at my
hate it.
hand, it was awful.
Oh, I don't know. I had a forest and a mountain. It wasn't that bad. I
Yeah.
like those cards. They're not good.
I just couldn't draw anything I needed.
They're not good when you have 11 lands in play, which is the
No.
state you are in. Like, it almost needs to, like, splash for Valakut the Molten Pinnacle or something. You probably could have just killed me with Valakut triggers or something.
It needs, like, sack a land, deal 2 damage to a player or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that
I don't
could
know
work.
if that exists, but that'd be good.
I mean, there's certainly some things that you could put in that would be kind of like that. So anyway, yeah, that's how that matchup went. That one, game 1, it wasn't that surprising. You ran out of land kills. Both games, I happened to have an answer for Duis, which was managing to get to 3 mana and managing to put Stinkweed in.
To the rescue.
Yeah, he really saved me. Game 1, I just managed to get to 4 mana and win. I mean, it took a while, but it didn't feel as lucky. And then game 2, I felt incredibly lucky. You exiled my graveyard when I had 26 cards left in my library, and I was like, well, luckily I still have at least 1 copy of all my stuff. And then I kept being like, well, I think this game's going to end by me decking myself, but I'm going to keep going. And I started, like, dredging, and I was like, oh, I'm dredging 5 with 12 cards in my library. If she doesn't kill a land this turn, I have 4 mana.
You didn't think land destruction was gonna mill you, did you?
Well, you didn't mill me. I milled myself. I just didn't think... I should have thought about the graveyard hate, but there wasn't much I could do about it anyway.
Yeah.
You just kind of have to erase it. That is the weakness of Angel V Animator, and it was almost enough. Obviously, I put you in a place where you couldn't wait any longer on it. You did your best to wait as long as you could.
That was the round where it was just, we were constantly just like, no, now it's your turn.
Yeah.
No, now it's your turn. I was like, all right, I'm ending this. This
Our
is
turns,
obnoxious.
our turns went like this. I put down a land. I passed turn. You played a land destruction. You passed turn. I put down a land. I passed turn. I couldn't get to 4 mana. I finally got to 4 mana so I could unburial rights to force you to crack Relic, which is all that it did. It was just like, I'm trading my graveyard for your Relic now. When you tapped out on the second to last turn or third to last turn for an Acid Moss, I thought you were tapping out for a second Duis, and I was like, well, I think that'll be game.
I wish.
And if you had gotten a second Duis, I think I
was
run 3
trying.
in there, at least. Maybe I don't think there's 4, but I think there's like 3. But if you had gotten a second one, that I did not have 2 Stinkweed Imps currently to block, so it probably would have gotten me. But I lucked out, and you didn't. You got the Acid Moss, which was annoying, but I was already at 4 lanes then, and I could replace it, I think. I don't remember exactly how the last couple turns went, but more or less.
That was frustrating because it's just nothing was happening.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you made it. That was when you made a comment to me, like, something about being an endless nightmare.
Yeah. This game's an endless nightmare.
I felt the same way. I mean, I totally understood. I was like, yep, yeah, I feel it.
It's pretty bad.
I was just like, I just want to get to 4 mana. Oh, I destroy it. I just want to get to 4 mana. You fucking destroyed it again. God damn it. Leave my lands alone.
Yep.
Yeah, all you needed was an X mana burn spell or something.
I needed a burn or another creature that wasn't total garbage. I needed something.
Hey, you only got like 1 Duis, and then you didn't get...
I got a little Death Touch guy, but I don't know if that was the same game or not. It all sort of blurs
You
together.
got the Death Touch guy both games. He's good too, but
He's
like...
pretty good.
You did, but he's not super good against my deck particularly. He's mostly just a land kill.
You destroyed a land, and I was trying to stop you from getting 4 lands, so it worked, but...
But you didn't get Goblin Dark Dwellers, which lets you flash back your land kills. Although I Bajuka bogged pretty late to stop you from having too many good targets in there at least. But you didn't get that. I would have thought you would have gotten at least 1. Plus he has Menace, so he's super hard for me to block. Yeah. And he's 4 damage a turn, so that would have been really good.
Yeah, I know. I know what was in there.
And
I was wishing for it, and it never showed
would
up.
have been good. And I felt like you should have... I think I got a little lucky on Angel Reanimator, but that's what happened. So, anything more to say about that matchup?
No.
Anything more to say about the matches for the week?
I really don't want Flicker to win the whole thing.
I can understand that.
I'd be upset.
I mean, it still has an okay shot, but I don't think it's very good against Red Deck wins, given that that Red Deck wins 2-0'd it here.
It would be hilarious if Angel Reanimator won the whole stupid thing.
I would love it. I would be so
hilarious.
excited. It's literally... I thought it was going to be out by round, like, losers bracket round 1. I thought it was when it was going out.
Because when you explain it to someone, you're like, that's too many combo pieces. That's a little silly. But it actually works out really well.
It also went 1-4, which is one of the worst records, but it was one of the few decks I actually also played in a league. So I was playing it against, like, legit real decks. I think the only one it beat was, like, white black tokens or something.
I love black white tokens.
Me too, but if they don't have their hand disruption against the combo deck, it's just like they don't kill you by turn 4.
No, I can see them having
So
a little bit of a hard time.
Turn 4 or 5, I just hit the combo and won. It was still close. And it had, I will say, it took a lot of games off people. Its big problem was, in the league, everybody had, like, Rest in Peace or really good sideboard graveyard hate. So that was the reason it struggled in the league.
I hope Angel Reanimator wins it, because that'd be hilarious.
I hope it does too.
But it's probably going to be red deck wins.
I think
wins is
I think the two biggest, I think the two most likely to win it all are Elves and red deck wins. That's my guess.
It's gonna be Angel Reanimator.
I hope so. It has to go through Elves and Blue White Flicker though.
You gotta root for the underdog.
It has to go through both Elves and Blue White Flicker. I'm rooting for it. I'm just saying it has to go through both of those.
Could be Elves.
It definitely could. Yeah.
I could see a world where it beats Elves.
My build of Elves is a little bit slow.
Yeah, because you make all your Elves, then you have to wait a turn to actually attack with them.
Yeah, it wins turn 4 or 5, and it doesn't have good interaction.
You gotta put Hatred in your graveyard, and then they can attack right away.
So yeah, it wins turn 4 or 5 and doesn't have great interaction. So it's definitely one that Angel Reanimator could win. I just don't think it's.
Oh, Anger? Is that what Hatred? Anger?
I know.
Hatred is the one.
I know the one you're talking about. I don't know its
the black
name.
one where you pay your life.
I know the one you're talking about, but I don't know its
Anger or
name.
Hatred? Holy crap! These cards are too similar.
I don't remember. I know the one you're talking about. It gives all your
Hatred's the
creatures
black
haste.
one. Anger is the red one.
Okay.
I
believe you.
Red dude.
I don't remember. I remember the card, but I don't remember its name at all.
I
or
don't
how
think
it
either
looks.
of them are modern legal. I don't know modern cards.
All right, well, let's talk about the next few matches we're going to be doing. This is going to be pretty short because there's not many matches left, and a lot of them are to be determined. So the only match we know of is Elves vs. Angel Reanimator, which I guess we just started talking about.
Yep.
Do we have anything else to say there? I guess maybe not. Maybe we did just talk about that one.
Angels are gonna stomp Elves in the dirt.
Okay. And then, of those, which has a better shot against Blue White Flicker?
Blue White Flicker can be really slow sometimes.
Yeah, I actually think if Angel Reanimator gets past Elves, it has a much easier matchup against Blue White Flicker.
Yeah, I think Flicker is an easier match than Elves.
I don't think Blue White Flicker has a great matchup against Elves. Like if Elves gets through, I think both of those decks should beat Blue White Flicker. Honestly, I don't know if they will, but they both feel combo-y.
Well, Angel Reanimator is like you got to turn 4.
Yeah.
And then you're screwed.
Yep. Or sometimes it's not
Flicker,
till 5, and sometimes it fizzles bad.
How long does that guy stay suspended? Could he keep you off the 4 mana by turn 4?
He comes in on turn 5, so no.
That would be its answer.
Yeah, I mean the problem with Blue White Flicker for both of those two decks is Blue White Flicker is really a combats creatures pretty well, which Elves does have a lot of creatures, but it's not really the same. It goes so wide that I don't think it'll be effective.
It did really well against all the creature decks up until it went up against the red deck, and then it.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's if you look at the path of Blue White Flicker, the only one that's really surprising along that path for it to beat is maybe Thopter Sword Combo. I wouldn't have thought it would have beaten just because it's a little too dirtily, and I thought Thopter Sword Combo would have comboed off.
Look, I did my best.
No, you didn't do. It wasn't your fault, certainly.
I'm
just saying. I feel like Blue White Flicker dirtles so much that it's good against fair decks if it can just get down a line of defense and grind out value.
Yeah.
But against these combo decks that just don't care, it's like, what does it play against? Like you said, Angel Reanimator or even Elves. Elves, it can blink one of your important elves and bounce.
Take less damage.
Well, you can bounce an important elf with Reflector Mage. Yeah. So I think it has a better chance against Elves almost than it does against Angel Reanimator, but
does Blue White Flicker have the
you can still just replay every once in a while.
The mage where you name a card?
Oh, it does. Yeah, it has that in this. Does it? Maybe no. I don't think it does. I don't think it has that. I don't think it has.
What deck did I play that had that then?
I think Humans. Yeah.
Humans was so good.
Humans was fun. Yeah, Humans had a little bit of hate beariness in them.
Better than what they got.
I was thinking that could take it all, honestly, early on. That and Knights both, I was thinking had a pretty good shot, but they ran into two decks both that were kind of like bouncers against creature decks. Yeah. Thopter Sword Combo, I think gives creature decks a lot of trouble. Can put out infinite chump blockers once it gets its combo. Has a bunch of sweepers early on.
Yeah.
And then Blue White Flicker is the same kind of thing. It's like I'm just gonna bounce house you, and then I'll gain a little bit of life off my life gain guy, and then eventually I'm going to grind out value enough to stop you. So I think both of them kind of just ran into bad matchups there.
Who's going to go up against red deck wins?
Well, whoever wins that other one, if I had to guess, I would say elves, but it certainly could be Angel Reanimator. That's what I'm hoping for.
Which one would win against Red Deck Wins?
None of them. None of those three will win against Red Deck Wins. And not only that, it has to beat them 2 matches. It has to beat Red Deck Wins 2 matches in a row.
Ooh. Yeah, because they have to do the extra round because Red Deck Wins
has 2 hit points, basically.
Has
two lives left. Yep.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, this whole bracket made more sense when you explained it that way.
I don't think anything has a chance but Red Deck Wins. If I had to put money on it, it would be like maybe 95-5, you know, if you're going odds against Red Deck Wins winning. But
are we gambling now?
Sure.
I don't have money.
What are your odds?
I got this cat.
No, I meant what would you put odds like?
Oh, I don't know.
What percentage chance do you think Red Deck? That's what I was saying. Like, what percentage chance do I think Red Deck Wins has to win?
Well, it does have wins right in the name, so that's a good sign. Red Deck wins legit tournaments, so.
I don't think it wins legit tournaments.
Doesn't it?
No, not this build. Like Burn does.
Oh yeah, but I mean, don't they still call it Red Deck Wins? When it's a Burn deck.
I mean, sometimes they do. This isn't that deck.
No,
this is not Naya. This is not Naya Burn.
Right, but it is the same idea.
It is. Yes, it's very similar.
It's just a cheaper version of the same.
Elves
idea.
wins tournaments too.
No, elves are garbage. Elves don't win anything.
My crappy version of elves hasn't won any tournaments, but elves win tournaments.
That's because you don't have the Priest of Titania in there.
She's not modern legal.
I know, but she would make you win if you could.
It's because I don't have Collected Company and Court of Calling and Nettle Sentinel. Is there anything else I'm missing? Those are the big ones that jump to mind. There's probably other ones I'm forgetting about.
Just the Priest of Titania.
Okay.
And more Land War Elves.
You don't really even need Priest of Titania. You get more mana off of like Nettle Sentinel plus Heritage Druid.
Which one's Heritage Druid?
That's the one that lets any of the elves tap for mana. And then Nettle Sentinel. So this is the way the actual deck.
That's not technically what she says. Tap 3 elves, put 3 mana in your pool.
Right. But that's basically what it does.
It's basically what it does, but it's not what it says.
And then Nettle Sentinel is whenever you play a green spell, untap it.
Oh, that's obnoxious. It's an elf.
Right. So it basically, I'm running an equivalent card or an almost equivalent card. In a lot of ways, it's better. It's just cost 4 mana instead of 1. So Nettle Sentinel is 1 mana 2/2.
Is there no elf that has the untap ability and does something?
Not that I know of.
Oh, because that would have worked well.
Yeah, that would have been smart. I don't think there is. But I run that person instead that every time you cast a elf puts out another elf. And so it gives you the same kind of upping of value per elf spell you play. They both kind of do the equivalent of generating you extra mana. Mine makes you actually get all these little extra elf tokens, which is better, but like I said, that card is 4 mana, whereas the normal elf is 1 mana. So that makes the deck a lot faster. Like they're winning turn 3 and I'm like, turn 4 I can start comboing off and put a million guys on the field, but at turn 4 is also when sweepers come out, so that's the reason it's a less good deck. Anyway, that was a long rambling conversation that
I learned a lot today.
You at home probably didn't care about. Alright, anything else to say tonight to people?
No. Had a fun day today.
Watch Melissa's content on YouTube.
Yep.
Oh, you had a fun day today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we saw Blade Runner.
Yeah.
2049.
Whatever. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a little long, but it was good.
Yep.
Almost 3 hours is a long time.
Yep. I thought it was good too. What was the best part? Without giving spoilers.
I liked his little robot waifu.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
not a spoiler, certainly. Yeah, that's good.
She was cute. And then we got ice cream.
Yep. I liked how they punked you and made you think Harrison Ford was going to be in it, and then he never showed up. That was pretty funny.
You're a troublemaker.
What?
And then Star Wars happened right in the middle of it. It was really weird.
You're just making things up now.
Oh.
I said something totally plausible.
Yeah, Han Solo
except
showed
not
up.
really, because his credits are all over it.
Yeah, he was right. His name was right on the top of the thing.
Yep.
But she wasn't in the whole beginning half of the movie. Because he wasn't in the movie.
That's what I said.
Keeping up with the lie.
Alright, well.
I play Fire Emblem Heroes. You know what we should do? We should learn to play the Fire Emblem card game.
Sure.
It's going to be hard to do. Because I'm going to have to look up a lot of words.
Okay. We're gonna do
I
that.
don't like
We're
the
gonna
way you
record
said
that.
okay. You said okay like it's gonna be bad.
Listen, what I remember is you took Japanese classes.
I did.
So I feel like you are gonna translate for me, and I'm not gonna have to look up anything. Actually, that could end up really badly in a game, I guess. It's like, oh yeah, Kevin, this says it does 100 damage to your guy.
I'm not fluent, so I'd still have to look everything up, but I'd be able to recognize words on it to get a gist of it. And I think after seeing the cards enough, I'd be able to recognize enough words.
Okay. That does sound like fun.
It would be fun.
Alright, well, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. You're looking at me like I'm supposed to say something.
We love you all very much.
We think you're very pretty.
I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
I agree. I ran out of things to say.
So long.
Good night.
And thanks for all
I don't know what time it is when they watch it.
And thanks for all the fish.
Oh, that was an old movie.
It's not. It's a book.
It was a movie, too.
Well,
I didn't read the book. I saw the movie.
Later, guys.
Hey guys, BobGar here. I just really wanted to quickly say, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy my content in general and would like to see more of it, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more content in the future. And please leave me comments and let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, both in terms of production and in terms of my play and my deck building and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.